Welcome back to Just Enough Opinions, as featured in a Minecraft movie that came out very recently. We were definitely featured. Jack Black said our names in person. Our names, which are Frog and GCat.
Oh, hi, I'm also here.
Yeah. Jack Black. It was a tribute to the fact that Jack Black was on our podcast, and he's gonna be coming back onto the podcast, of course. GCat, what did you think about that scene in the film?
When Jack Black said, uh, I'm about to just enough opinions, and then he just enough opinions all over the place, that was kind of cool.
Yeah. No, I felt really respected, right?
Yeah, that was a fine, that was a very, that was very well done by the writers to include our names into the movie.
Yeah. I feel like, it wouldn't really be a proper Minecraft movie without, reference to the Minecraft community. And of course, we are the most important parts of the Minecraft community, so, that's
Yeah, we are like the only podcast that covers, Minecraft.
yeah, we're the only podcast that exists. So,
Yeah, it's an extension of that.
you know, we're the only things in the Minecraft community.
Yeah,
There's nothing else in the Minecraft community, so
it's kind of we're the only things, just in general.
oh yeah.
Yeah, we're the only thing that exists.
Yeah. There's nothing else that exists other than the Just Enough Opinions podcast.
Yeah, imagine like living in a universe where you can't do anything except listen to us yap, and then stop imagining because that's the
Yeah.
universe you live in, because we're the only thing.
Yeah. You know, I was thinking it would probably suck, but then I was thinking, well, it's also the best thing, right? If it's the only thing, it's necessarily the best thing.
Yeah, so you don't have anything to compare it to, so yeah, so you'll probably enjoy that.
Yeah. Anyway, how are you doing, GCat?
I'm doing very well. I love this podcast because it's the best thing as we've just established.
Yeah. Weren't you sick or something? Or you became sick or you're
I am
still
kind of
sick?
sick, but I am like doing better than like 4 days ago when I first became sick.
Now, let's move on to modded Minecraft.
I love modded Minecraft.
I love modded Minecraft in an unironic manner.
I also love modded Minecraft, and no, ironic is not the best word for it. Semi-ironic, yeah, that's better.
Yeah.
So,
The
the
topic.
topics.
How do we usually transition into looking at the topic?
I know. I feel like
I totally
we're like better at it in the first episodes, and now we're like last couple of episodes we just yap about random bullshit before transitioning to
Yeah.
the actual topics. So this isn't a topic I have, but I just remembered. Frog, do you know it was like April Fool's 5 days ago? It was
What?
April Fool's 5 days ago as we were.
Oh, it was April Fool. No, I just whenever anything happens, I consider it to be the absolute truth.
Oh yeah.
So when April Fools comes around, I just have like a very confusing day that's otherwise very normal. And then the day after, it's like, oh, yeah, well, I guess these absolute truths, they lied to me during April Fools, but I can still keep my worldview the same, right?
Yeah, but we as I want to say as a society, but it's not really a society thing. We as the internet community have slowly transitioned over the years from just lying on the internet for April Fools to doing actual interesting things. Over the years with the whole Reddit stuff that Reddit does, and other websites like Discord also.
Reddit does stuff?
Yeah, Reddit does well at
Oh, and
least
Discord
at
did
least
something,
yeah,
yeah.
at least a couple of. I don't know if they did it this year, but the whole r/place and the other ones, the other experience did.
Do you remember when Google changed their name to Topeka?
That was a very funny joke they made in April Fools. Is that an actual thing, by the way? I want to make a joke that like it was a funny joke they made for April Fools.
Topeka, Google. Yeah, Topeka, Google April Fool's prank. Google changes its name to Topeka.
Huh.
This was an article written on June 1st, 2010.
That's uh, yeah,
Yeah,
that's a funny June Fool's joke.
yeah.
Yeah. So, coming back to my point, over the years we've transitioned from simply sharing misinformation as a joke on the internet, as well, or on April Fools, to over the years doing actually interesting things. With the Reddit experiments and the stuff Discord does, and you know YouTube had funny April Fools pranks for a while until they stopped doing them. So yeah, all of that to all that to say to kind of divert the conversation back to Minecraft and mod Minecraft.
Yeah,
Minecraft and Mojang also have a quite a reputation of doing funny things for April Fools. Yeah, and
yeah.
last couple of years, what they usually did is they released. Well, I guess they've done it previously as well, but not. Sometimes they did other stuff. Nowadays, they mostly do funny snapshots with funny features for April Fools.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so I just want to talk a little about that. This time they did like a roguelike thing.
I yeah, I excuse me. I just wanted to note that another thing that happened during April Fool. You remember this, right, GCat? So Jack Black sent us a fake cease and desist,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
which suggested that he would never come on the podcast. That was an April Fool's
That was
joke, right?
so funny.
Right. Uh, yeah, it was a very funny April. Jack Black is once again a good friend of the podcast. All right. No, sorry. They
Little
just made
one
Vault
bit.
Hunters, right? No, they didn't. Not exactly, but I haven't actually
I
played the
also
April
haven't
Fool.
played. I feel like
Uh,
we're like forced people to talk about it because we just play on like a couple of set versions, experiment with snapshots much.
what I did is I played some more of that pack that I'd been talking about a while ago. The developer for which was a potential person who was going to be on the podcast today, but they had stuff to do, which is by the way why we don't have a guest other than the fact that also there's a tons of people that we were like, "Hey, can you do it?" And then they were like, "Oh no, sorry, we're busy." Um anyway, I was playing more Society Capitol Hill, and Atmospheric has an April Fool's joke where instead of an orange, you pick up an orange and it's an annoying orange. And the annoying orange, it periodically sends stuff. It periodically says messages, not in the chat box, but in it's like around the area where when you scroll over an item, and it shows the name of the item. It's around that area. And also, the most annoying part of the annoying orange in Atmospheric is that it changes the orange to have a stack size of 1. So,
Annoying.
usually it's 64, but now when you pick up several oranges, they take up, a bunch of space inventory. And it was very funny.
That kind of reminds me of. Have you ever played like I think it's Stone Block 3 by FTB? They have this dumbass feature which is not even an April Fool joke, just have it enabled in general. Always, it randomly spams your inventory with random sticks that are named like random names. Random funny things the developers want to include as Easter eggs, and it just spams your inventory, and that's the joke. You're supposed to laugh at that.
Oh my. I think I played some FTB Skies Expert and it had similar stuff to that.
I guess that's not just a limited to one FTV pack. I guess that's just a bit they do.
That's a little
Yeah,
silly.
but FTB is a little silly as in general. Yeah. Um. So yeah, I guess. Well, I guess that's the kind of the same thing for the pack that you're talking about, where probably the item was just renamed to Annoying Orange. That's why it can't stack with
Yeah.
other oranges.
No, it was the all of the oranges were renamed and they all were changed to a stack size of 1.
Well, no, I feel like that's a
Yeah.
that's a pretty good for April Fools.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, so I guess we can just divert this conversation to this topic to just sort of talking about the various April Fools related Minecraft things that we like. A lot of I've seen a couple of funny Minecraft related April Fools things this time. Yeah. I haven't I don't play Minecraft nowadays because yeah, because I've talked about this before on the podcast, but
Because you've been playing too much Half-Life.
yeah,
right?
I've been playing too much Half-Life. Yeah, that's the reason. That's the main reason. Also because I try to develop my pack occasionally, and because of that, I haven't seen much stuff in game, but I have seen a couple of
Mhm.
things. From other people I've heard some stuff, and just in general, I seen the dumb things people do on Discord, on their Discords related to their mod packs. Yeah, I don't know where I was going with this, but I like April Fools.
Yeah, I don't know where you're going either. Yeah, April Fools is fun. Supplementary seems to do a lot for April Fools. Somebody actually in Society Capitol Hill server, they like mentioned a bug report. They were like, "Why do these chickens all have villager head?" I don't know if that one's supplement. Like these shelves, they're supposed to be full of plushies, but they're full of salmon. And these I don't know if it was just I think it might have been a different pack. So maybe I'm totally, but the chickens had villager heads, and this individual was like, "What is going on? This other person that I'm playing with is not seeing the same stuff.
No,
They're regular for that person." And then everybody was like, "Oh, well,
it's
because it's
the
April Fools."
schizophrenia update.
Yeah, yeah,
Um, uh, you know, my favorite snapshot that amount of dimensions that was
yeah,
pretty good one.
yeah. That was pretty good,
Yeah,
right?
I've played it.
And then also, I guess you could consider this new one to, well, again, I'm kind of speaking out of my ass because I haven't played it, but it's kind of like an extension of it, or like
Yeah,
a
because
build out, like it's
it's
building
again
from
the
it.
same ideas and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've also heard that the last year's I think it was last year's, right, the one with where you through the power.
The potato, the
Oh
poisonous
no,
potato
I
one.
guess that was the last year's one. No, I like the one with where you had to like choose the features you want. I forgot, A or B
Oh,
snapshot.
I totally forget that one. I'm thinking of the one where you can only hold one item at
Yeah,
a
that was
time.
also a good one. The
Um,
one block at a time, I think it's called. Yeah.
yeah.
As an old head, I'm not an old head, but I remember a couple of updates which came before the latest update. I liked the well, way before I discovered modded and stuff. I liked the updates where there are a bunch of various gadgets. It was called. I don't know what it was called. They added like Wi-Fi to Minecraft and like USB sticks. You
Hmm.
remember that? I forgot what it was called.
I totally
Yeah, but
forget.
it was
I
quite a while ago.
I don't think I know anything about
I
what
guess
you're
so.
talking about.
It was quite a while ago. It was, I don't know, 2016, something like that.
2016. You know how
That
long
was
ago
9
that
years ago,
was?
probably.
Yeah. I just wanted to know if you know. Or if you, what is it? Didn't a long time ago, Notch put in the April Fool's update of microtransactions,
Yeah,
right?
it was like a
And
reference.
it was like Minecraft
Yeah,
supply
it was like a
crates.
reference to Team Fortress 2. Yeah, that was a thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. It was quite a good one.
Yeah.
They also made.
Funny joke. Wouldn't it be fun? Wouldn't it be fun if that was? I think people have said this before. I think somebody in MPD might was somebody else, but somebody was like, "Yeah, it would be great if that wasn't real." Because there are microtransactions
Yeah.
in Bedrock now.
Um,
But
well, the snapshot
I don't
was
know.
for Java edition, so that didn't. That's
Yeah,
completely two completely different things. Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
one is made in Java and the other is made in Bedrock. Yeah.
One is made in Java. The other one is carved out of stone taken from deep
True.
beneath the earth,
Um,
or deep beneath the surface, I should
that
say.
has practically nothing to do with mods because nobody actually makes mods for these versions. But I guess to come back to the topic of mod Minecraft, the organization.
Oh, you know what you should do? Sorry. Uh, if you could remember what you were gonna
Yeah,
say.
yeah, go ahead.
Okay. You should make a competitor to Piss MC called Poop MC, and you should put it on an April Fool's
Thing
version.
is, I would do that, but that wouldn't really be an original idea because uh, what I was about to say is that Modfest, the guys behind BlankyCon, which we are going to be attending this year, so for all the YouTube
Yeah.
listeners, it's probably going on like right now or probably already ended. So go ahead, check it out. Go link it should be in the description if it hasn't ended yet. Um, Check us out, recording these live on BlankyCon. Anyway, the people behind the BlankyCon, the Modfest organization, did put out. I don't know if it was a bounty. I guess this was just like a competition, where they encouraged people to make mods for the April Fool's update, this year's April Fool's update. And they did receive a couple of suggestions, not suggestions, but submissions, which is kind of fun that people, even without mod loaders, are willing to mod the version just because it's like funny. I like that. They have like a thread. I can probably go over a couple of these. I don't know if they're fun or interesting to discuss. See,
I don't know either.
yeah, I'm just looking at it for the first time. There's one that's called Beetroot Edition, but it has been taken off Modrent, so I have no idea what it does.
Why was it taken off
I
of
haven't.
Modred?
I have no idea. Again,
Oh, they did too much beetroot.
yeah, I'm gonna beetroot all over the place, and then that's what the developer of that
Alright.
mod probably said, and then gone
Yeah,
ban.
I don't know what I'm saying. I don't know what you're saying.
It's typical.
Collectively,
It's typical for this podcast, I think.
yeah.
Well, it's just that's a bunch of beetroot shit. I looked at their, GitHub. Nothing interesting except that was posted in that thread. So, we're not gonna go over that. Well, the latest update I also felt like, well, from the screenshots, I felt like, the new UI, it looks kind of similar to Thumbcraft. For some reason, it reminded me of Thumbcraft.
Oh,
I don't know,
really?
like have all these aspects.
I have not seen
I
it.
don't know what they're called actually.
All right. Well,
But,
you find the
they-
screenshot. I'm gonna not say anything of worth.
Well, it's just based off vibes. You
Oh,
kind
that
of,
thing.
kind of. Well, you kind of have
That
the
reminded you of
have the
Thumb-
fucking aspects on the side, and then you have like the craft stuff. I don't know. I haven't played all the Thumbcraft. I'm working with not a lot. I don't have a lot to work with because I haven't played. I gotta say something about it.
Oh
I feel
my
like I
god.
can't not have.
Oh
an
my
opinion
god. This
about
looks like it might be fun.
That wouldn't just
And by might be fun, I mean it's probably fun. I just have to get used to it being vanilla, and that will probably be annoying.
We'll
But this does not remind me of Thumbcraft at all.
Our chat fucking hates us.
The chat seems to hate you and the
dead
idea that
frogs.
you connected this to
Um,
Thumbcraft. I mean, I can see there's something there because you're combining aspects or something, but like you could say that about, let's see, what else is there? I mean, probably Mistcraft and RF Tools Dimensions are much closer. Of a
maybe
match,
my
right?
comparison. I believe in, object. No, what do I want to say? I want to say that I believe in collective.
Well, no,
Yeah,
I believe in individual
no.
responsibility.
like kind of responsible for this. So the chat hates both of us.
No, I think the chat hates the.
Unless someone in the chat will.
Oh, my-
They hate us, Frog. Can you see that? They hate us. Our audience turned
no.
on.
I mean, you know what? I'm gonna like. Let's see. Can I pin this here? No, I can't pin it. But here, I'll just be like, here on editor, put this in. Thanks. Parentheses. Nice. I
This is a
like
good
this.
image.
I like this image that Mr. Thomas.
Editor put it
Yeah.
up on screen.
Yeah.
So yeah, if I were to make like a tier list of all, if I want to rank or make a tier list, I don't know, I don't care. Just Infinity update, probably because it's based off of like 1.16, and me and 1.6 together,
Oh my goodness.
like chunkies and some. No, I'm not gonna make that joke. Um, you know, um, then I guess after that I do kind of like A or B. I think that one was a good one. They added a lot of stuff. They added a fucking moon dimension to it, just for funnies. Whereas in regular updates they can't even add 2 fucking pixels which float around swamps. Then what do I like? I like this one. That's A or B. I think that one was a good one. They added a lot of stuff. They added a fucking moon dimension to it, just for funnies. In regular updates they can't even add 2 fucking pixels which float around swamps. Then what do I like? I like this one. That's gonna be my third pick.
Yeah, the craft
Yeah,
lineup.
that's my third pick. That's
I
my
think-
top 5 starting from the best one. Let me just I'll give you I'll allow you to say whatever. Finish my thought here. Then I guess I do like one block at a time, and then my last pick would be I don't know, Minecraft 2.0. Remember that one? Remember Minecraft 2.0?
Oh yeah, Minecraft 2.0. That's
yeah, it
fun.
was the original.
I remember whenever people are like, "When are they gonna make a Minecraft 2?" I'll be like, "They already did. They already made a Minecraft."
I think that was
2.0, stupid
either
idiot.
the first or the second April Fool's update. I think that's the second one after microtransactions. I think microtransactions was the first. Now I remember there is also
Yeah, I
a
don't know.
Doom update. Remember when they made Minecraft 3D? I think 3D that looks like Doom. That was a good one.
Yeah. No, I'm just confirming for everybody that you can play Doom
Frog.
on.
Say one.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say if we get all the April Fools updates and put them on a tier list, what I would put first is nothing, and I would put everything in the tier that I make that is called I haven't played this shit ever
Well,
before.
true. And then no, you're kinda right. They all belong in like F tier to be honest, because it's all vanilla, and we fucking hate vanilla as we established in previous
Oh
episodes.
my god. Oh, I feel like April Fool's updates are kind of like the shining as a modded player. I mean, of course,
You're like
vanilla's
vanilla
good.
apologist, That yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah, I'm being a vanilla apologist because I'm being real
Boo.
right now. I don't want to deny that vanilla has good stuff about it, but like, as a person who likes to play heavily modded stuff and stuff that's different from vanilla, I like the April Fool's updates more than I like the base game. But I know that's just me.
I that's kind of tangentially related. I know. I had this thought for a while, but why don't people just turn April Fool's updates that Mojang pulls out into like mods for actual versions that people play. Like that's like the easiest idea you can think of. Why haven't anyone implemented that actually yet? Because I literally haven't seen any backports or forward ports, I guess, of April Fool's updates to actual versions.
Well, I think there's some of them that are. I mean, like, doesn't Botania have the Pinkinator, which makes pink withers or something?
Yeah, but that's just like an homage, a tribute. What I'm
Yeah, that is just one
what
thing.
I'm talking about is more of a complete backport or forward port, whatever.
Oh yeah, well, I mean, they could, we could just add real microtransactions to Java as a mod.
That would be
That'll
kind of fun.
I'm.
And they should give, if Mojang ever implements microtransactions into Java Edition, they should give us some royalties from that, because we've just came up with that concept on this podcast. So
I bet there might be like some M creator of mod of some kid trying to read the poisonous. But in terms of something like the Infinity thing, I mean, we do already have Mistcraft, right? Oh, I guess that hasn't been updated. But RF Tools
RF Tool
Dimensions. I mean,
Dimensions.
that case you have.
RF Tools Dimensions
I might be stupid,
is it's kind of it does do the same thing, but it's not as goofy. It doesn't have this same vibe to it. What I'm talking about is actually like full on backports for reports of April Fools. I think I've
Yeah, like the entire
Yeah,
thing.
I think I've posted about this. There is a Discord server which, for the first time in this podcast's existence, I'm not referring to Minecraft's pack development Discord server. Instead, I'm referring to the Minecraft mod development Discord server, which is a sister Discord server
Oh
for that.
yeah, and you're not also not referring to
No, DP. Yeah, it's got DP.
that also is a
So in that server, there's a channel called, let me find it. It's called something like Free for All Ideas, I think. Maybe they have deleted it. I don't know. I don't see it. Free for All Ideas. Yeah, it's called that. I can't find it right now. I found the archived version, which doesn't matter. In that, well, judging as you could probably tell by the the name of the channel, it's channel, a forum channel where people can go and post their ideas for mods, which can then other people can go ahead and steal without any shame and actually implement. And I have posted about that in the channel. I have received, I think, a couple of comments on that. One of which was a guy who said like, I'm willing to pay for someone to a specific version. I think it was A or B. I think someone was willing to pay someone to backport a yeah, but it didn't really go anywhere, and I can't find it right now. So I'm now using this podcast to spread this idea. Any of the dear listeners want to have the skills and want to do something like that, go ahead.
Yeah. GCAT is saying, I forget. There was something funny. Basically, steal that guy's money. Or something. Go and steal that poor guy's money who commented on GCAT's
I probably forgot about.
But he'll have to give us royalties because we mentioned it.
Instead of giving you money, we will take money from you. That's our new business plan. So yeah, I like April Fools. Let's branch out from Mojang and vanilla April Fools updates to more modded stuff. So Frog, except for that, excluding that society Easter egg you mentioned, did you see any other fun April Fool's pranks related to modern Minecraft?
I don't know. I remember a while ago there was the thing where I heard that Pneumaticraft has a thing where its air particles become like Rick Astley's face or something. And then I think Weather 2 has one where a bunch of the clouds just become like turkeys or something, or not like but like cooked turkeys or chickens or something.
The Rick Astley thing actually kind of reminded me. I remember a while ago there was like some drama around. Citadel, the library mod that all Alex's mods uses, like Alex's mobs and Alex's caves and whatever else he puts out nowadays. Rats.
Yeah.
So that had like an Easter egg for the 1st of April. I think it was added in like 1.19. I think I haven't experienced it myself because I play different versions. But on 1.19, basically what Citadel did for April Fools is when you logged on into the game, you entered the main menu with the panorama and stuff. A couple of seconds would pass without anything happening, and then like allowed us Rickroll would play instead of the panorama.
Oh, good.
Yeah, because a lot of people in this community don't like to have fun. They weren't complaining too about.
Well, I mean, if it was really loud, then I don't know, it would upset me.
Well, yeah, I guess so. Yeah, but I haven't experienced it myself either. I guess what the main complaint was actually not the loudness, but that I think what happened was the way the mod was playing the Rickroll is that on April 1st it would download the Rickroll video from some shitty ass like unsecure URL, which I think could be hacked.
Oh.
And instead download some other video, which would probably not, be great. And yeah, so that big point of discussion. It happened like 2 years ago, so I can't recall how much detail. That was it.
Yeah. Well, I was totally unaware of that. I was
Yeah,
probably
it was
not paying
mostly like a
attention.
feed the meme. You probably don't browse feed the memes. I don't browse feed the memes. I don't browse at all, to be honest.
Uh,
Be quite a large feed the memes.
Sometimes I will,
Yeah,
but not
I've
very
deleted
often.
my Reddit accounts.
Okay,
Yeah. What else do I like about?
I don't know. Move on to something else.
I guess so. Well, that was April Fools, guys.
That
Thank you
was April.
for
Oh,
this.
wait a minute.
Thank you.
Also, the thing where we had our stupid thing where
Oh,
for April Fools, actually, if you hadn't done your thing, I was thinking I would like edit over the Emota guy with like the pharaoh hat or what it's called, and then I would be like, huh, who's the winner now, you
yeah.
know?
I guess for the listeners on
Um,
YouTube, I guess we should probably describe what we did for April Fools because you know I guess I could just tell you to join the fucking Discord already and just go into the announcement section and see what we did. But I'm kind today, so I'm gonna explain. I did like a poster and then I wrote like a fucking fake ass announcement where I said, oh like holy shit, Warner Brothers is going to make a Just Enough Opinions movie. Holy shit, guys. Yeah, and then we like had a fun back and forth in general, discussing what the plot of the movie could.
Sorry, I put my phone down because I got distracted. And then I became undistracted. Anyway, I have a friend, and she was like, this is really unrelated to anything, but she
What
was
the
like,
fuck
yeah,
does that mean? Fool for
yeah, no,
April.
it was very stupid and unnecessary. I didn't need to
Fool
mention it.
for April.
I'm gonna let's move on to
That's
something
a
else.
Valentine's Day card. Can
Um,
you be a fool
that's
for
a
my April? Can you be a April for my fool?
yeah, no, something like that. That the idea is that instead of like a Valentine for Valentine's Day, it's a fool for April
Yeah, and you
Fools,
send a
right?
fool. Instead of sending a card, you send a fool, which is also slang for a pipe bomb. Um,
A fool is not a slang for a pipe. A
a
fool is like
fool,
a
fool is
jester.
well, it's a part of slang which I just invented. Fool also means a
Oh,
pipe bomb, so you send pipe bombs on April Fools instead of Valentine's cards, and that's kind of funny. That's the tradition.
I don't think. I mean, wait a minute. I gotta find the pipe bomb.
Get
Here he is.
Is the put the image on screen of the pipe bomb man.
The Oboda guy holding the
Yeah.
pipe bomb. All right. My topic for the day is GCat. Why are you so terrible? No, just kidding. Um, my topic is building mods, decoration, stuff like that. Do you have a favorite and least favorite and something for
Oh,
building stuff?
that's an interesting topic for about 10 minutes until we get bored. But
I'll not. I won't get bored. I have stuff to say
all right,
about it.
sure, go ahead. Well, I
Yeah.
like Chisel.
You
Chisel
like
is a good
chisel?
mod. I feel like that's like a vanilla pick,
Yeah.
basic pick that everybody does. What else do I like?
Well, the vanilla pick would be
Yeah,
vanilla.
yeah,
It would
but
be like, oh
basic
yeah, yeah,
lame.
yeah.
I'm just trying to find like synonyms which make sense. What else? I like chisel. No, what's chipped? It's chipped. I think it's called chipped, right? The one that
Chipped. Yeah, chipped is like chiseled.
and doesn't have a chisel.
There's also re-chiseled.
There is also really chiseled. Yeah, that's also a good one, but I haven't played that one in 1.16. I think, or it is in 1.16 version of that. Yeah, I remember loading it up, and there isn't like a lot of blocks in 1.16, so I don't really like it. Well, the 1.16 version, I mean. What else? Well, GregTech is a building mod, right? It has like building blocks.
Yeah, you build reactor.
Yeah, that's
or boiler.
yeah. So GregTech, I like. Well, I can go on and on about like ones I like. Industrial decor, I think it's called. That's a pretty good one. It has like
Yeah.
looking blocks.
Yeah, it's probably good for decorating industrial.
Yeah, yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, guy 670 wants me to laugh at his funny.
Short.
This is a funny screenshot.
April Fool. Yeah, I was there.
I feel like I can't really force a
I
laugh
was
though.
there. It
Hee hee
happened
hee
in
hee hee hoo hoo
it
ha ha.
happened in
I'm sorry.
Democracy Place GTNH. Yeah.
Oh, I see.
I was there. I was in that place when that screenshot was taken. Anyway, moving on. Which do I not like? Building mods do I not like? I fucking hate this mod. It's called Minecraft. You load up every single pack and it has
Yeah.
this Minecraft mod, and the blocks just look like absolute garbage. I can't really name any, building blocks or building mods, which I don't really like.
Really?
Yeah,
So you could build your base out of like shit and
yeah.
garbage.
The shit and garbage M creator mod. Yeah.
The shit and garbage M creator mod.
Damn, the shit and garbage M
Um,
creator mod should introduce like mobs which look like piss and shit, and then you can add AI to them that makes them
pit
yeah,
them
gives them
against
against
each
shit
other.
to make the ultimate battle between piss and shit. Please laugh.
Oh boy. Anyway,
Yeah, what do you think about
my opinions on building mods. They're all bad. Just
shit?
kidding. They're all great. No, that's just
Holy
kidding.
shit.
Um, there's some I don't like. Let's see. What are the ones that I like though? I think I usually like ones that don't add. They're kind of like minimal or something, which maybe not like minimal like I like building mods that add a lot, but just like of thing. I don't know. This is terrible. I mean like I like Quark for its
Quark is
building
nice, but
stuff,
Quark is
like limestone and stuff, Jasper.
picking. I don't know what's less of a building mod, Quark or Greg Tech. Because
I think Greg Tech's less of
it's
a
they're
building
both
mod.
kind of building mods. Greg Tech doesn't read blocks, and Quark, both of them are not like focused on that specifically. But I guess Quark, yeah.
Yeah.
Quark's building blocks are
I
nice.
also like some of Supplementary's building blocks. Architect's Palette, decorative blocks, Hearth and Home, I guess. What's the one that I think it's called. Oh, I'm gonna have to scroll and find it. If I go building, scroll down, excessive building. Excessive building is pretty
Oh,
interesting.
I think I've
I
heard
haven't
of that.
played. Yeah. Um, things that I don't always like. Rechiseled, honestly, I don't really like the textures too much.
Yeah,
So
well, as I said, I think Rechiseled does not live up
yeah,
to the standards of Chisel, to be honest.
I think I liked Chisel more. But Chisel doesn't exist beyond some of these later versions,
Yeah.
which is because I like their blocks. However, I also like their blocks more in like a programmer art context. I don't know how much they'll fit in the new
I
era.
mean, you can look at the
Uh,
blocks they have for the 1.16 version, because 1.16 is already Yappa textures. A lot of people for some reason like
oh,
to think that 1.16 is still program art for some reason, but now it's Yappa textures. So yeah,
yeah.
yeah, they have redone them in that version. They look quite good.
Oh, nice. All right, I'll have to look into
Now
that. Now, I think it's in Create Above and Beyond, right?
Chisel, I think
Chisel,
so. Yeah.
but it also doesn't have like the recipe viewer
It doesn't
support.
have
It
it.
doesn't have
No,
JEI support, I don't
it
think.
doesn't. But it's not like necessary. You can just like look up the block that you want to build with, and it
Yeah,
will
I
just
guess
show
so. I think it's
all the
useful.
ones. Yeah, they also have
Um,
tags attached to them, so you can just search by tag.
yeah, that's. I think so. Chipped. Some of the textures I like. A lot of them I don't really. I guess that I could say the same for chisels. A lot of the textures in chisel I don't care for, but it has a lot of different textures, so it's fine. Chipped. Also, the issue that I find with chipped is it adds so many different tables, and the tables look pretty good,
Yeah,
right? But it's just like I don't know. It seems to be a bit of a pain to have all these different tables and not just one thing where I can just use like a stone cutter on a stick or
yeah.
something. Which hmm?
I thought you want to finish your sentence.
Oh yeah, I was gonna continue, but then I thought that you were going to
I
say
I, I
more.
would I would say
So
more afterwards, but just go ahead, finish your thought.
yeah, it was I think I know I'm pretty sure sophisticated backpacks and sophisticated storage add like upgrades for them,
Hmm.
but I don't know. It seems to be a little annoying. I think one of my favorite things also actually is every combat because I just like all the different wood types and being able to build different blocks with different and what I don't really like too much is like things that add too much furniture that don't fit in, like lots of decorations and furniture that don't exactly fit into Minecraft style. Um, I mean, a bunch of them do still, but I don't know. I usually have a hard time with maybe it's my own problem. I find that using like full block decorations, like full block textures, like beams from decorative blocks or sanded wood from Hearth and Home, or even just pretty much everything from chisel, right? Or rechiseled. I like to use the just full blocks, and that's just kind of how I like to build.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I guess.
So every compact's pretty good for that.
I guess. Yeah, I guess so. I also like full blocks. I don't particularly know how to deal with slabs and stuff. Um, but yeah, I want to say something. I forgot. I forgot what I want to say. Nice.
Nice.
Yeah. Well, I do agree with you on most of these. I think yeah, they're kind of good mods. Oh yeah. I want to address the chipped situation with the tables. The chip situation is insane. Um, yeah. So I think Chisel does handle this in a very in a much better way than chipped because Chisel has the Chisel, which is also a great tool for um, changing the variants of blocks which have already been placed, which doesn't require you to break them and change them and stuff. And chipped for some reason instead of introducing something a similar system or at least unifying all of that into a single GUI where you can change blocks, the variants of blocks in item form. They instead for some reason introduce a bunch of these GUIs tables, which yeah, as you've already said, that kind of sucks. The system kind of sucks. I know a lot of modpacks, including my very own first modpack, Enigmatic 6 Expert, which I've talked about. What they do is they using Cube.js they unify all of the table bullshit into a single crafting type, and usually they attach it to the stonecutter, so you can do all the stuff in the stonecutter, which I think is a much better solution, even though it doesn't really fit into the not the lore, but the realism of which Chipped is trying to achieve with all these different tables. I think it's just a much better solution. I just think that in general, building mods should have their goal set, have their set, the goal of building mods should be to allow people to build stuff with them, not to, be realistic or, make the building blocks hard to get. And yeah.
Yeah, yeah, a very stupid thing to say. No, just kidding. Sorry. No, I agree. I agree. I think I like the idea of it where it's like, oh yeah, I'll get this table to change this thing, but when it comes down to the gameplay, it just generally when I'm thinking about building, again, I'm thinking about more like the decorative aspect, but in terms of building utility, like Omega Cube just talked about and saying the point of building mods is to make the act of building here. There's I mean there's builders wands and there's like building gadgets and stuff
Yeah, and
like that.
effortless.
Do you have any opinions on those? And I know you have
Uh,
like a
as I said, that well, I myself usually prefer when building try to stay separate out of the whole progression of the pack, so that the building blocks and stuff are
yeah,
easy as shit to get and the way of
yeah,
actual resource. And this kind of does influence my point on the building the mods like building gadgets and effortless and whatever else, because I do also think that they are great. They do kind of allow for progression and building gear to start building efficiently and stuff.
You know what? You know what someone might say in response to that?
It's like, Gcat, I fucking hate
Foolish
you.
Gcat. Yeah, well, other than that, I'm thinking someone might be like, foolish GCant, but what about the existence of different tiers of tools? Because those inherently change the capability of building based on how fast you break blocks and stuff
Thing
like that,
is,
and their durability.
I don't building tools. I do prefer them to have in the early game. But I don't blame the,
Oh, I mean just like regular tools,
oh, the
which
regular
are
tools.
like the pickaxe,
Yeah, well,
which because again, those are building tools to some degree.
well, yeah, I guess it all depends on the type of the package. It's like realistic Terraformacraft, Railcraft esque bullshit. Then yeah, I guess they're having different tiers and really, putting emphasis on each of the tier, and making materials in general how to obtain, whether it be progressions or building materials. And yeah, I guess that would make sense. But if you're just making a regular, like, laid back kind of automation based, or just exploration based kind of mod pack, then it does make sense to put a line between the stuff that people will use to make their buildings and the stuff people will try to automate, and really put an emphasis on the separation, and make all of the stuff accessible, the stuff that people used to build, accessible in early game with early tiers of tools, and make it so the players are comfortable with using their one working with those materials. So for example, making stone stuff be breakable with early game tools, so that stone break in a fast manner, and stuff. And then you for the stuff that people don't use to do not use, the stuff that is mostly used for automation, you leave that up until later tiers of tools, and because people do not care about how fast you break a block with that material, made out of that material and stuff. So yeah, I guess you can use my general answer is that you years to separate the materials that players to automate.
What if there was a really good looking material that was late in the game? I don't know.
That's like coming back to my point. I think you as a pack dev should make it that material has either doesn't have a block form, so that people, or the block form doesn't really make sense to be used as building material, or there is like an alternative which looks better, and kind of similar in the early game.
So what you're saying is that if I have something that's really powerful and useful and should be at the end game of a mod pack, I should texture it to look like shit, so nobody will want to build with it.
Yeah, or like this.
So the beginning you have like an amazing looking build, and then later on you have to make like the shit the shit reactor
machine.
and fill it with piss.
Yeah.
To make it like survive the stink radiation coming out of the shit reactor with the
That's
piss
our
in
new
it.
pack idea. Feel free
And that's
to
just
steal
like
that from us.
next to your huge
Yeah.
face.
Well, no, I guess a more sane answer would be, my second point, that, there should be a better alternative, which is just used for building, and, just in general, don't make it, you can make it good looking, but not, preferable in building, because you don't build houses out of diamond blocks, right? It doesn't look great in vanilla, and you should.
Well, you don't build houses out of diamond blocks.
Well, it's just among.
No, I haven't built a house out of diamond blocks since I was like 2. Just kidding. How old was I when I first played Minecraft? I was like negative 17,600.
Yeah, it was like negative. However, your mom weighs.
That's probably not the case, but I'll take your word. Let's see. What was I saying? Oh yeah. How about something that? Well, I guess there's a way. Something like creative flight, where it's easily a very useful building capability thing, but it's also extremely powerful.
I think we've discussed this before. There's a good mod called the Magic Feather, which just allows.
Yeah, that's actually. I was gonna be like, well, The magic
Yeah.
feather exists, so you don't need to. This conversation is stupid because magic feather does it so well that we need to bother talking
Yeah, and
about
if
it.
you don't like Magic Feather, you can always, come up with your own system of how to, limit creative flight. It's not a binary thing. It's not that, you either give the player creative flight or don't give the player creative flight. You can, stay somewhere in between with that.
Or you could oh my god, I'm thinking the last time I had permanent creative flight was in when I played all the mods 9. Um, I had a charm of flight because Apotheosis adds, at least in what 1.20, Apotheosis adds it adds the charms, which are things that allow potion effects to last on you for as long as the charm lasts, and you can enchant those to be unbreaking. And then it also adds a potion that just flight. So I just had one of
Yeah,
those.
I think Enigmatic 6 Experts had something similar to that.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I see. Anyway, uh, Guy 670 said, quote, TF is Magic Feather. And obviously the TF stands for Twilight Forest, because it always stands for Twilight Forest. But for anybody who is unaware, like Guy 670 was, it's it's a mod that allows you, like, when you have a magic feather, when you are in range, a certain range of an active beacon, you are able to have creative flight.
For some reason, I thought when he said TF, he meant Thumbcraft.
Thaumcraft, like Thaumcraft
Yeah,
FT.
Thumbfaft. Yeah, like that. Yeah, like that.
Faff.
Thumbfaft.
Oh my god.
Um,
That is weird.
Well, I guess another thing to consider is that, as with most things, mod dev and pack dev, this all depends on the progression of your mod pack and the balance that you want to establish. Because
Yeah.
in GregTech New Horizons, as much as people, like to pretend it's the hardest mod pack ever and it fucking sucks and it's fucking extreme and unfair and other bullshit, you do actually get to creative flight very early in the early game. Well, not very early in the early game, but just in late early game. I believe it's somewhere around that.
I think an extreme example as well. Maybe not like extreme example, because I don't know. A good example of a pack and where creative flight fits into a pack and how it depends on what your pack's about is Ultimate Alchemy, where you automatically get creative flight immediately throughout the entire pack.
I should play that.
Yeah, Ultimate Alchemy is a great pack.
I've heard from a couple of people that, but it looks kind of boring because it doesn't have a lot of mods, I believe. But I'll give it a shot after I finish Create Above and Beyond.
Oh, I thought you said you should play that, as in like, oh yeah, Ultimate Alchemy is great. Everybody should play it. I thought you said you and not yeah.
No, I should play. I said I should play that. Well, I guess viewers at home, you should also go play Ultimate Alchemy. They paid us. This is a sponsored message. They paid us to
Oh
tell
my
you this.
goodness.
You should go play Ultimate Alchemy. It's the best pack in the world. Use code Alchemy to no use code Just Enough Opinions to get 20% off the game, the pack.
Use code JEO25 to get 25%
The
off.
pack. It costs $20.
The zero cost.
It costs
What?
$20. The pack.
It costs $20 to give us
Yeah,
$20
that's also
so that you create us telling you
And
that
if you use code GEO25 at checkout on our PayPal, then you can send us $15 and we will receive 20.
how will we receive 20?
Because the promo code. Use the promo code.
Oh yeah, the promo code, yeah. Okay, yeah. Of course, that's how promo codes work. Make sure you're not using Honey. Remember there was a big scandal where Honey was like, "Oh, I'm Honey. I'm taking all your stuff," or whatever. Anyway, no. So the other thing that I was thinking about, actually, it's not very much related to Ultimate Alchemy, but I was thinking about how Ultimate Alchemy, it's not like an old pack, but it's a 112 pack, right? And I was going to say, like, do you think building mods have, do you prefer building mods of old or newer building mods,
Well, this just comes down
Um,
back to the conversation about program architectures with, Yapa style textures.
Yeah, I guess so.
Well, I said before, I think, because that I like Yapa texture better. I even like Netherrack. I think I said that, but I even like Netherrack, which a lot of people, even people who prefer new textures, like the older.
Sorry.
Yeah,
My brain was...
it doesn't matter. I just said that, I like Netherrack texture. From Yaba's texture, most people prefer, the old model.
The old one, I think it had gotten you. I don't know if I said it before on the podcast, but there was a time, I think I said it, or I must have said it, right? Because I was talking about playing Q-Tech or something, when Java Textures just came out, and I was like, oh my god, I can't play with this. Ugh. And it bothered me so much. I had to turn on programmer art, and I was like, ugh, I'm safe from the Japification. That's what it was like.
Shoppification.
But I got used to them. Yeah.
Back when Java textures came out, I think I was on a Minecraft break. I, as most people, have quit Minecraft after the big decline. Um, Back in the when Minecraft first came out, everybody was playing it, and there was like a big decline up until like 1.14, I think. When it came back into the mainstream. So yeah, back then I wasn't playing, and when I returned to Minecraft, it was already Java textures. So.
I see.
Yeah.
The thing that I was going to say is when it comes to stuff like framed blocks, architecture craft, copycats plus, I'm pretty sure, Omega Cubed brought it up. Architecture craft versus framed blocks, copycats plus.
Well, copycats plus is already out of the question because it requires create, and it's create add-on, and create sucks, and we fucking hate create.
Oh my god, I like create, but I mean the building part of create actually I think is kind of top notch. To be honest.
Right. I am a 1.16 player. I haven't played much with, new create stuff, and 1.16 create doesn't really have much in terms of building, so.
That's true. Create Copycat Plus is great since it works with Schematica. I did not know
Schematica,
that.
I think, is the mod by the creator of Create, right? It's like, no.
No, wasn't that like the master architect or something?
Look it up, maybe I'm just being. Keep talking. Entertain the audience.
Well, anyway. What I was gonna say was,
Lightmatica.
Personally, I really only like it, like when there aren't like slopes. In Minecraft, I don't really like, at least personally, like I've seen buildings with slopes that have been like, oh, that's actually really cool, but I don't really like building with slopes myself. I usually like to keep it to like stairs, or if necessary, little nubs or whatever. As long as it's all like perpendicular angles and stuff, it's generally pretty fine for me. Although I do also like to, keep it in the eighths of, an eighth of a block. You know how like stairs are 6/8 of a block because they cut out 2/8 of it, and then slabs are 4/8 of a block, and then if you had half stairs, then those would be 3/8 of a block or something. I like to keep it like that most of the time. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like in older versions, building with slopes seemed to be a lot more. It seemed to be people seem to do it a lot, and I don't think there's anything wrong with it. Like I said, I find that I've definitely found things where buildings with slopes that I've enjoyed a lot, but I don't know. It's interesting. I don't know though. I haven't like taken a poll or looked at anything like that.
Oh, by the way, the poll thing. Remember we discussed that last episode? We should add that question to the giant survey that we are totally working on, and will totally submit to the MPD admins to do, as a thing. Remember we discussed that last episode?
I think I kind of remember.
Yeah. That reminded me I should probably do that. I started working on that, but I got lazy. So.
Let's see. Alright, Omega Cube says, I feel like it's partially better because I assume you mean like people here. People have gotten better at building as of late, meaning they don't need to rely on slopes and stuff. I don't know. I mean, I feel like people do generally improve, but I also feel like it might be a change in the audience to some degree. Like, of course, with the emergence of Create and lots of Vanilla Plus or Vanilla Plus feeling stuff, not that Create is Vanilla Plus, but there's some feelings about it that make it seem more Vanilla Plus than Greg Tech for it. I feel like potentially with an audience of more Vanilla Plus players or Vanilla Plus ideas, perhaps a lot of the builds that become I don't look at builds really, but when I think about builds that have become popular, I think of, these things tend to not many slopes and stuff. But I don't know,
I,
you know.
I, I just had I had a
Um,
funny random thought. Imagine if like Create came out earlier than Greg Tech came out and everybody thought instead of Create.
I feel like the scene would be very different if Greg Tech came out
Yeah.
after Create. If Greg Tech and Create changed,
Yeah, changed places like
like,
yeah,
the time they,
in the
yeah, they
timeline.
switched
Yeah, that would
places.
be kind of
It
funny.
would be like somebody killed a butterfly in Africa by accident,
Yeah.
a time traveler, and they go into the future, and Gregorius T is like, I don't know, deeply involved in the sodium Spedium drama.
Which we'll discuss next time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, I want to pull up some screenshots of my Create Above and Beyond base because I kind of like it, and I'm gonna post it in
Okay.
chat. I kind of like it.
Are you doing it
Yeah,
right now?
keep talking. It's not relevant to this
Okay.
podcast. I just want to
All
show.
right. Yeah. I probably would also, but I'd have to open it up, and I don't want to
I
do
have
that
like
right
10
now.
files just ready to go. Normal.
Oh, nice. All right. Anyway, I'm thirsty. I have to drink some water.
I ran out of like the water I prepared for this podcast already. It's done. I drink too much.
Oh, really? You ran out of everything?
Yeah, I have like a
Oh, that's
2 liter
interesting.
bowl.
I almost never use terracotta in any of my
Yeah,
builds.
I haven't also before starting Create One Beyond, but for some reason this pack just gives me this, sort of. I was going for this sort of, ski town vibe where people, come to ski and stuff, and it's like near a mountain.
Ah, ski
Yeah,
town.
and for some reason, this pack just gives me terracotta vibes, so I
Do
decided to go with
you do you
terracotta.
live in a place where skiing is common?
I don't, but there is one not close to me, but there is one like that me and my family have visited a couple of times over the years. Does did get me inspired. If I can find a picture, I hope it won't dox me because it's quite far away from where I live. But I just like the place. Let me find the
Yeah,
inspiration.
no. I mean, I can tell everybody that, I mean, I live in the state of Massachusetts, and it's a pretty small state, but you're not going to be able to pinpoint me on the map.
Yeah, I guess this will just tell you that I live in the European part of Russia. Wow.
Yeah.
That's quite. That's so much information. Find like a good picture.
Wait, Massachusetts is kind of north compared to other parts of the United States, and so we have some mountains that get snow on them. I mean, we get snow in the winter, and we have some mountains that get snow on them yet. But I don't think I've actually been to a ski
That's like a
town. Ah,
picture.
this is. I see.
Yeah,
I
this
see
is
what you're
this kind
talking
of was
about
the
here.
inspiration. I should use more probably. Should probably use like more brick on the roofs and stuff. But just this was just
Now
the
this is
general
really
vibe.
cool.
Yeah.
My Create Above and Beyond, I basically only tend to use wood and stone, I think, more often.
You can do a lot with wood and stone. To be honest, if you know
Yeah.
what you're doing.
My Create Above and Beyond base, well, I just said it, basically just wood and stone. Um, and there's a large portion of it that is, like I have a big silo where I have my huge circle farm that circles a bunch of stuff. I guess it's not really a silo, but a huge circle farm that has like a bunch of different layers, and on those different layers is all kinds of crops. And then next to it, I have like a little bit of a village that I've been working on, and then I have like a place that sticks out. I'd have to take screenshots to be like looks like, but then where I'm actually doing the stuff, the like the progression stuff, where I have my mechanisms being made, um, it's like Omega Cube said, that part of the base is pure lawn. It looks horrible. It,
Well, I
it's
guess you
great.
can, launch the pack while we are talking. Maybe you'll send the screenshots
I guess so.
later down in the line
It
in the
might
episode.
it might take a while.
Well, we'll talk about some random stuff as we usually. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, just in general, I feel like for some reason, Create Above and Beyond just feels like a pack where you should spend at least some time building, because like when I'm playing like Nomi Factory, I'm like, why would I build anything here. I have like a lone base. I have like
Mm,
a void world. Why do I need to do anything pretty? Whereas, when I log on
yeah,
into Creative and Beyond, it's like, damn, the inspiration.
yeah. I feel like I don't know. I feel like that's a good topic. Do you feel that with other packs? I mean, I definitely feel that with other packs, but like, are we able to pinpoint, what makes it feel that way?
That's I
Also, I
also
might
thought
start
about that.
lagging.
Yeah. But yeah, I also thought about that. Like, why do I, feel like building in some packs, whereas I don't in others? Well, I feel like this kind of connects to our, the theory we've talked about, I think, a couple of times previously on this podcast, where each pack has like a bunch of characteristics, a bunch of, these parameters, which, there could be more of or less of, a bunch of these axes, which you can look at on pack. Like, is it more,
Yeah,
magic themed or tech themed? Is it more progression based or kitchen thing? Is it more automation focused or
yeah,
exploration focused, etc., etc. And I feel like a lot of these characteristics do influence this feeling of whether I want to build an pack or not. I guess one of the
mm,
largest factors would be if a pack is more exploration based, I'm more likely to build pretty stuff in it because I have nothing else to do except for build and explore. Whereas in automation-based
mm,
packs, I'm more busy with building machinery already, which less motivates me towards building stuff that isn't functional. But this doesn't really
yeah,
apply to Creatable and Beyond because it's not exploration based at all. The most exploration you do is you find an end portal and you find the fucking applying logistics to meteorite. That's the most exploration you do in that, which is not a lot.
mm.
It's mostly all automation. I know it's really like an exception to this rule.
Interestingly, I feel like for exploration based packs, I feel like when I'm thinking about those, I haven't really played too many recently, but I feel like I tend to do the opposite, where I don't really bother building
Hmm.
very much. Where maybe I'll make like a home base and I'll put all my junk in there somehow, because I'm spending time away from my base. I don't have enough time to like go home and start working on it, you know?
Yeah, that also makes sense.
Um,
I guess, yeah. Whereas in automation based, you're always pretty much always at home and you have a lot of time to think about where you want to place stuff.
I think I'm reading the chat and Guy
No.
670 said he had
Oh no.
to All right. Anyway, Guy 670, friend of the
My
podcast,
dearest
as
friend of
in
the
chat
podcast has
member.
unfortunately
Um
passed away. From the
oh
chat,
my
I mean.
god. Anyway, no, I think I'm oh. I agree with I'm partial to Omega Cube's explanation where he says, or I don't know if sorry. Omega Cube, is that
Pronoun
pronouns?
is
The
noob.
pronoun is
With pronoun is noob. Yeah.
I'm sorry. Fuck. Omega Cube's take is, quote, create mod machines look good. The general art style of its blocks encourages building because machine lines look aesthetically
That's
pleasing,
fair.
unquote.
I guess that's yeah.
And
That's
yeah, no,
I
I
also
I
agree
agree
with
with
it. Yeah.
that. I feel like again, the pack that I've been playing most recently, Society Capitol Hill, um I also feel like it has that feeling of building, but it's not as automation focused, but it's focused around going around and doing things on a farm. Um, but it's got a lot of building mods. I imagine there's a degree to which the amount of building or building related mods has to do with the feeling of whether or not one should build in a pack. I don't know.
Um.
I guess it's like maybe the availability of them, right?
I guess yeah. I mean.
Or like,
I keep
hmm,
screaming that building blocks should be accessible, which I guess that's one of the points. It encourages people to actually build instead of
hmm.
lone basing all over the place. Yeah.
Sorry, I'm looking at Omega.
Ezra put up the images of Mega Cube's base in Creatable Beyond. It's real good. I like it.
Yeah.
It's good.
No,
I
I
also
like
like
it.
it.
Omega Cubes is saying it's ugly. I think it's pretty good. I mean, like I I don't know if I'd say what I say? I feel like I'm not the best judge of building.
Yeah, me
So
too.
if you want that to feel better, um,
But I like it.
I don't know. I would definitely build in a different style. But yeah, I mean the wood spam looks nice though, you know? You have like these differences in textures. Um like it's even if it's all the same type of wood, you have different parts where you have planks and then these, these
Well,
the smooth
you
wood
should
and
probably get
then
the lava
the
away
different
from
stuff.
wooden stuff. It could probably catch on fire unless you have like
Yeah,
game
I
rule
think
stuff.
the lava actually is I'm pretty sure I researched this for one of my packs that I was looking into where or that I was working on where love when things set on fire in a particular area and I think it's above the yeah, it's above the lava source and also trapdoors are not burned by
All right,
lava like Omega Cube said.
all right. Well,
So that lava I'm pretty sure is safe, but feels unsafe. But I like it.
it's unrelated. I just remembered the place which I took inspiration from for my Great Bound Beyond base has a like a large ass casino.
Hmm.
So I'm just gonna send
Oh my
just gonna
god.
send the image.
I does have a large
That's a large ass
casino.
casino. I'm not gonna build it in game, but you know it's funny. It's quite funny that it's unrelated, completely unrelated to mod Minecraft. But fun fact, it's like I think one of 5 casinos in Russia. Just in general, there are like 5 casinos.
There are 5
Yeah,
casinos.
because
That means we have a 1 in 5 chance of finding the spot that is several, I don't know how far it
several
is from
thousand
GCAT, but it's
kilometers
probably
away
quite
from
far.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh,
Anyway,
yeah.
let's see. I don't know. So I feel like I'm okay at building, but I'm definitely not amazing.
Yeah.
And
I feel like
I really like building with
I usually
modern.
tell people that I'm, guy, but a lot of people have base looks good, which I don't know. I was just like basing it off of vibes. I haven't. I fun fact. I this all of the stuff that you see in my base in Creative and Beyond, it was built in survival.
Mhm.
I did not plan it out in creative before time. So
Yeah, yeah. I don't tend.
yeah, to build it based on vibes as I felt like.
Yeah. What I was gonna say is for me, let's see. Oh God. Yeah, no, my base is a lot more lawn than Omega Cubes.
Send
Oh,
screenshots.
this looks like
You
shit.
should, you should send screenshots. There is no bad base.
Yeah, there are no incorrect bases, just bases correct. Um,
Fuck. I'm sorry.
okay. Now this. Oh wait,
This was the first cough. I promised I would.
that's fine. I gotta. This is lagging a little bit. I gotta figure it out. But
I'm cute to saying that I should
they're
use
like a.
conveyors instead of pretty pipes, for which I'm going to say that. I do use conveyors occasionally. Pretty pipes is mostly to just connect all the stuff to the main system from which I can call the items from, because I don't have applied energistics yet. Um,
It's probably gonna. I'm holding on to this
Sandwich.
sandwich. This is like the shit looking.
well, what's a good thing I can say about it? It works. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good thing I can say. I really like the naturalistic feel you went with your base. There's a lot of trees, a lot of greenery. Yeah, the open air aesthetic is kind of good. You can see the sky from all the points of the base. That's cool.
I'm gonna take another screenshot of like a different.
What else? I really like that you use conveyors instead of pipes, because as we established,
Yo,
pipes
look
bad.
at. Oh, it's starting to rain too. This is like one of the worst screenshots I've ever taken.
No, you definitely won't be the production. In development, I guess, screenshots of futuristic.
Am I getting all robot-y or
No,
something?
you
Because you
sounded.
seem to be okay. All right.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Maybe it's because
I just have my game open, so I'm worried that it'll cause things.
Editor, cut this part
Cause
out.
my
My
performance
internet
to dip.
fucking died. I'm so sorry.
But this is the part I actually kind of worked on,
What's a fun thing I can say here while
where I should probably make it stop raining. I don't even know if I have.
editor. Have a lovely day.
Yeah. No, I thought it was great. for
So
some
it's
reason. I
now
thought
my
I was
internet's
like,
completely
oh,
dead.
my base is great. But then
Dear
I was like, oh man, I actually opened it up.
Do you remember that time where you had to cut off, Davy's audio? Exactly the
This is
same thing. Well, almost the same thing. I hope Discord didn't die. If Discord died, that. Uh-oh.
This is like my ooh, I like this. This has just become like a build
Dear fucking
episode, which is fine. I like it. But it might be difficult for the editor. Like, oh yeah, we gotta put up all these builds at this Create Spaghetti looks so much better than my Create Spaghetti. Oh, a GCat must, cause it. All right, I will continue talking. Oh, it was his internet. Okay, finally the guest is off. That's pretty good. Um, anyway, let me take some more screenshots. I have so part of it actually looks fine. Um, I was planning on this. I have like a silo here, or well, not silo. It's a big tower that has a bunch of All right, whatever. This is terrible. This is like the worst episode. No, it's not the worst episode. I have this huge tower. And it's full of different crops, and they all have rich soil under them, and there's just a windmill inside that harvests all the crops, and it goes around.
Oh shit, I'm alive.
And
Hi.
oh,
guys.
hey, how are you doing, GCat?
I've been to hell and back.
Let's see. And then what else do we have? I have this old storage system before I started up occultism. And I guess it's not old. You're gonna comment on my base because it looks like fucking
No,
garbage?
it looks. I said the
Oh my
engineering.
god.
I like that tower. That tower looks. It's like that.
Yeah, the tower looks
It's
nice.
like those, Japanese towers where they like put more stuff roof. What are these? Find what I'm talking about. This tower. Japanese tower.
You mean like pagodas or
Pagodas.
something?
Yeah.
Oh
Looks
my
like this.
goodness. Anyway.
A bit more, a bit more.
Yeah, mine looks a little stupider. I never tend to use real life as a representation, as inspiration for my builds because I'm too stupid.
I don't go into engineering and architectural details.
Yeah.
Get into
This
the
place
mindset.
used to be my regular home. Yeah, this place used to be my regular home, but then I started filling it with let me see. Create Spaghetti. It looks compact, which is nice. I kind of have a little bit of a compact thing going in my base here, but not entirely.
Well, yeah, I'm gonna say compactness is key. Compactness very important. Is you can solve the problem of organizing your logistics in a couple with compact. One of the ways you cut instead of
This is my Create
trying
Spaghetti.
to look. I think I also have Create Spaghetti in my base. It's like somewhere in the unfinished part. Yeah, it's first screenshot, I think. Yeah. There's also occultism spaghetti, which is kind of fun.
Occultism Spaghetti? Oh yeah, my occultism thing actually looked kind of I didn't play much with occultism, made it, so I did not plan for having, but it's all dressed up.
Nice. Well, mine looks like this. I just built it. Oh,
I used flesh and salmon, and cherry, rotten flesh blocks, and red nether bricks and stuff.
Oh wait, this is not in base Create Above and Beyond. This is cabin. Right?
No, this is base Create Above and Beyond.
These blocks before, but whatever.
Yeah.
We can just share on your fun.
I mean, some of these are vanilla blocks, but like this red cherry palace. I think it's Architect's palette that adds the Biomes of Plenty flesh. I think it's also Architect's palette that adds the block of rotten. I don't know. Anyway,
Frog, do you have like a?
I think.
Do you have like a continue? If you have anything else to say about building and stuff, continue. Cause I want to.
No, not really. I think I'm done on building. I was just thinking, of course, I'll hear anything out if you have anything else to say on building, or if Omega Cubed has anything to say on the audience right now. But what was I saying? Yeah. Oh, anybody who in the audience, pretty much a friend of mine or a friend of the podcast.
Mine.
They might be more strangers, but that's fine. I was wondering if we should pull out the funny machine.
No. I think I have a couple more topics to discuss. Plus, I just thought of something. This episode can be a bit more longer, I guess. Also, no, yeah,
Whoa,
that looks very good.
it's wild.
Yeah, but then as to pull up the message, and then GTNH came in the way, and now I'm going to make a joke that all the stuff on GTNH looks like shit, but no, that's not true. That's not true. I like the stuff that's on DPHT. I'm not gonna them for this. So I want to segue kind of out of building into more general territory. Frog, do you have any good modded Minecraft screenshots that you like?
Good modded Minecraft screenshots, like ones that I've made
Yeah, or just in general that you
from.
interacted with, seen.
I have to document.
Okay, while you find them, I'm gonna send a couple that I like. I'm gonna comment on them. I feel like this can kinda.
I have this one where it's in my pictures.
Alright, so
It's called. It's in my modded Minecraft specific folder, in which I have a few modded Minecraft specific memes. And then I was like, oh, here I just have not a meme, just my create tree farm. And this I copied from some other another server where I was playing Create Above and Beyond with some friends, and I was like, I really want to save this create tree farm so I can use it for big spruce, and I ended up using it's this guy.
nice. It doesn't load.
And
Oh yeah, here it is. It
what?
didn't load for me for a sec. No, I see.
Uh,
What's the catch here? It's just like a random tree farm.
yeah, it's just a tree farm that I wanted to save because I thought it was
Yeah,
tree
okay.
farm.
Yeah, it's good.
In particular, it's it mines 2x2
Mhm.
spruce, which you cannot easily with a simple rotational farm with oak wood.
Oh, I see. Yeah,
As far
I
as I
kind of
know
like
it.
this part of design where how it checks for if the trees have grown or not with the redstone comparative thing. That's good. That's good addition.
Omega Cube suggests that I use minecart contraptions, to which I say no. I hate minecart contraptions. Poop, shit, balls.
Damn.
No, I barely use minecart contraptions because whenever I think of minecarts, I think of how they're like they move all erratically and whatever, and feel like they're something I bother with. But they're probably not as bad as I.
I think I have.
Yeah.
I think I have used Minecraft. No, I haven't. I've thought of using them for some stuff in my Create Million base, but I don't think I ever implemented anything out of my ideas. Anyway, I guess my favorite, a couple of my favorite mod Minecraft screenshots. I guess most of them like come from futuristic astronomy, but I have a couple that I like. First off with these glitches I found really fun. Basically, for some reason, my computer just shits itself whenever, I leave. No, it's fine. Whenever I leave Minecraft open and go into sleep mode, when I come back from sleep mode, Minecraft just starts shitting itself and giving me visual artifacts, a couple of which I have screenshotted. Yeah, they're very, aesthetic. They're very vibey, I feel like. Say about that. It's not a graphics card. Well, Omega Cube says it's a graphics card problem. No, it's not a graphics card problem because I can press F3 and A to reload or all chunks and kind of fix that.
Look at this. This is a shitty meme that I made a while ago in my modded Minecraft. It's pretty bad. That's my contribution.
Nice. That's. What else do I have? I have this epic looking screenshot of a like a rocket with the shader turned on like the moon. It's like I think it's on the website for the futuristic astronomy. Or I think I might have was that. But also I have DPH always looks good. I just pull up the cube screenshot. I have this, which I'm like 80 lost words for.
Wonderful.
That's all I have for Beyond. Fuck, I want to see my Create Beyond screenshot. Launch the fucking game. No, I cancelled it. What else?
I don't know. There's also like graphics I have seen, like the ones where it was the caption is technology or something.
Yeah, that's a good one. I like. Correct.
Here we go.
No,
Perfect.
I was looking in the recording chat. Technology. I like that. I also have this, which is technically a screenshot from Minecraft. It's bad apple.
I see.
Yeah, I
Anyway.
recreated bad apple with this. I'm not gonna give you up.
Oh, this is gonna be a terrible episode for people who are listening on
Oh yeah,
Spotify.
yeah. That'll
Oh
suck.
man. Oops.
Well, it would suck less than the Blanket Con episode, I believe. That's gonna suck a lot for them.
I guess so. Yeah.
Purely visual.
Um.
So
Anyway.
I had a couple, topics. It's mostly just drama that happened over the week. I've heard of it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't. I think we should just pull out the funny.
maybe, but maybe our dear listeners are just thirsty for more Minecraft drama. We have heard plenty of.
Oh my.
This is mostly just politics, though.
Yeah.
We're
No.
not a political podcast, I don't think.
Oh my God.
Well, we are a political podcast, but our policies are that everybody should play.
We hate
Yeah,
everybody
we hate.
who plays vanilla, or makes mods an end user, or
I feel like if Davey was here, I would have talked more about World War for more laid back stuff. I guess
Yeah.
let's do the funny machine, and then I'll go play.
the funny machine. We do it the old one, or the random one.
Oh yeah, I guess we haven't done a while, so I guess we can do one of each because we have to, right? Have like 10 minutes. It's fine.
Nice.
Let's start with the random one from the oldie channel of QTT. Oh, cool. This is the question from March 1424, somewhat than a year ago. It was a slogan. It received, I don't know how many responses. I'm too lazy to check, but the question is, was Infopack development, has it changed over time? Yes, for me it went from existing to not existing.
Oh, I see. I spoiled myself because I looked down. I was gonna see if my answer now was the same as my answer before, but I spoiled myself and looked down and saw my answer.
Well, was it the same?
I think my answer is basically stayed the same. And that answer is here we go. Mine is probably because I think it is fun.
Damn.
That's it.
That's a
Yeah.
very interesting question.
I think there's a
Um,
I don't know. There's a degree to which I think I really want to have something that I finished, because I'm not really great at finishing things. But I still keep doing this and not something else because I think it's fun.
If you want to prove it to yourself that you're capable of finishing something, just in general, whoever you are, making a Modpack is like one of the worst things you can do because you will never finish that shit. Well, a couple of people do manage to do so, but I think they're not human.
So what GCat is saying is that GCat thinks that people who finish projects are subhuman.
They're like lizards. I don't know, they're subhuman. I'm not lizardist, but they're definitely flesh and skin.
Excuse me.
So that was the first question as well. With the speed we're answering those.
I feel like it's a little weird how you accepted the idea of me being like, oh, do you think that some people are... I think you probably should have pushed back against that a little more.
No, Frog, I totally don't think that, all people who finish modpacks are aliens and robots and are definitely not well, they are among us, I guess.
Oh.
Sus.
Well, GCat, keep in mind that, remember, if we go by our past projections where people complete futuristic astronomy as a concept before futuristic astronomy as a pack comes out, then you'll probably be a cyborg at that point, right? Or you'll be
that's fair. That's fair.
Your mind will have been reanimated in a robotic.
Yeah. I'm like transported my mind would be transported into a computer or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fair. Yeah, but I'm not like I'm saying that no human has ever finished a pack, but some cyborgs and robots and lizards and whatever the shit have finished the pack. It's not like if you are a lizard, you automatically have finished the pack. By the time I'm a cyborg, I don't necessarily have to finish a pack. You know what I'm saying?
I
Yeah.
guess.
Alright, well,
Alright.
what was the
Well,
last question?
let's go to the next question.
No, yeah,
This
yeah.
is pretty silly.
This one was kind of. Who the fuck suggested? Can we find the person who suggested this quote idea in particular in the quote suggestions thread and kill them with rocks?
Oh my.
Let me find which question.
Oh, guess what?
What?
Guess what?
So
Wait a minute.
I'm
give me a
waiting.
sec. Guess who suggested that question?
It was you.
It was me.
All right.
It was in one of like a big bunch of questions.
So now
one
see,
of 'em.
so now see. Since you know our listeners always do what we ask them to do. I asked them to kill you with rocks. See, they hate you now, and they hate me. So they hate both of us.
Oh
So
my
you know
goodness.
my concept of collective responsibility is actually, was actually true. We both we both they hate us.
Yeah, if you say so.
That's a new okay. So since they
Anyway.
hate us, we now hate them automatically, right? So that's the new group. That's the new group we hate. That's the welcome to the club.
Let's just get to the next
Yeah.
question. I think
Anyway, Chief Logan asks on the 20th of December 2021, the archive. Chief Logan asks, what media, if any, is your pack inspired by? Whether it's another game, a TV series, or a book. What aspects inspired your pack? So, in the beginning, I would say if I didn't really have any inspirations, just as a concept, if I originally started out as me just fucking around and thinking like, hey, there aren't really a lot of, astronomy-based packs and newer versions, which is not true by now because there are a lot of, people who have already released a pack since then, which is based around astronomy. I have been sitting on my ass
Yes.
for the entire duration of the
yeah,
development.
and it's also not a newer version.
Yeah, but that was the original idea. Nowadays, FA is more focused on. Well, it's still focused on the astronomy part, but the main hook is not in general of astronomy and integrated sort of, I guess. It's more that FA's hook is that it's gonna be a complete overhaul. It's not gonna be Minecraft in a lot of ways. Again, as I've said numerous times on the podcast, I hope the end product of FA gonna be sort of game, sort of thing. It will definitely be based off Minecraft, off of existing mods, but I do hope that of you playing like another game. We have a lot of lore, we have a lot of world gen stuff, which is gonna differ a lot from base Minecraft. We have voice acting, we have custom mechanics, etc., etc.
No, you have that, or you're going to.
We already have some of that. We'll definitely have more
Oh,
of that.
nice.
Yeah, voice acting is on the way. We already have people, we selected for each of the roles. We have the general outline of the lore. The main timeline is sort of mostly done. Custom mechanics I'm working on day to day, which I kinda hate by now, but I'm like I still think it's an important part of Fate.
Yeah.
And what else did I list? All the stuff we're going to have to. Volgen is not really, not so much. It's much of a priority that this point of the pack, but we'll have that more in the future. Anyway, what this brings me all towards is that originally, if I did not have any media inspirations, but now that it has lore, I would say that lore is and setting, I guess, lore and setting, just the general art direction of the pack. It's and the feel of it is generally kind of inspired by. First off, the lore is the game that got me to write all, which sort of inspired me. It's not like a direct inspiration. I don't feel like I'm like copying from that because it differs in a lot of ways. But just in general, FA's lore is mostly like you as the player fighting against this authoritarian regime that has been set up all over the whole galaxy, and that's kind of me getting inspired from another game which I've talked about on this podcast before. I think it's called Not for Broadcast. It's on Steam. It's a great game. You play as like a TV editor, live editor, or whatever.
Yeah. What
It's also the lore
what
is
did you
also
say that
about
was
Not for
called?
Broadcast.
Not for
Yeah,
broadcast. Okay, I thought you were saying something about the
Not for
podcast
Podcast.
first. Yeah.
That's the mod we'll make.
Not for broadcast.
Yeah, Not for
I see.
Broadcast. Editor, please put the link in the description. I'll give you so much money if you put the link in the description. I love this game so much. I feel like more people should play it. Well, no, I'm not gonna give you, but please. And then, as I was developing FA, another inspiration sort of, came to me, and you probably already know what I'm going to say, but Half-Life, I cannot, Half-Life the second.
Oh. Oh no, I was thinking that you were gonna say something like
Well, that's also kind of, yeah, you guessed correctly. That was also
Hamtaro
one of the
Ham
hidden
Heartbreak
inspirations. It's
for
not as
the
much as
Nintendo
Half-Life
Game
2
Boy.
or Not for Broadcast.
Yeah.
In terms of the feel and
Yeah, I see.
the lore, but it was one of the smaller inspirations for that.
Um, for me, actually, so funnily enough, we've discussed Homestuck briefly before, but this is not related to my mod packs exactly. It's just I thought it was interesting to talk about how, if we're talking about media outside of Minecraft and how it relates to modded Minecraft. Funnily enough, I think my first introduction to modded Minecraft is from the Homestuck uh, related mod Minestuck.
I think
And I was like, whoa, you can do this? This is possible? And then I entered the world of modded Minecraft and I was like, oh, yeah, you could do this. This is possible. It's awesome. And so, anyway, in terms of my mod packs, I feel like I don't really generally have media inspiration. At most, it would be other packs. In particular, actually, I was thinking I should write a blurb on it in my pack development, in my Minecraft pack development server thingy. But there was this one that I'd been working on for a while that I called Casing Hell. And the joke is that you know how like in some mod packs, especially older tech packs, where you have like the casing of each mod and then like the casing or the machine frame or the chassis in Ender IO or something. And um like you know how like it would make it so that one built into the other and then it built to the next tier and then the next tier, and it was like you just go through each of the different casings and it's like a stupid hierarchy. um that's what my pack it was. The pack was a joke. It was a play on that, where you have that sort of thing, but also the plan was to have entry on the side where you could, you could have like a secondary way to get certain casings or something so that you don't have to start from the very beginning. Um, I'm thinking, like, for instance, Modern Skyblock 2, it suffered from this a little bit, or maybe a lot. Um, Age of Engineering suffered from this a little bit, but not too much. But, because in Age of Engineering, for instance, you have the forestry sturdy casing, and then the forestry sturdy casing, I'm pretty sure was used in the recipe for was it the RF Tools casing? Or maybe that was in the Ender IO machine chassis, and that was in RF Tools machine casing. But eventually, you're able to use UU matter to replicate a bunch of
Hmm.
them, which made that just kind of gave me the idea where it's like, what if I have this fun hierarchy of casings where if you go one into the next, into the next, into the next, you can get there. But if from a gameplay perspective, that's kind of annoying, where you just have a bunch of materials and they all put together and then go to the next one and then to the next one. Um, Especially if you're not automating it and stuff. But yeah, like Omega Cube saying E and DJ2, Divine Journey 2. That's what I mean by it was more of a thing in old packs. So the joke is not as funny now because now we have different sort of ideas for mod packs and stuff. But
Well, I feel I would do. I
you
feel
know,
that I would play that. Ironically, that sounds fun. Um,
yeah, I mean it's funny, but I also the other joke was like I just put in a bunch of stupid microcrafting, but not so stupid microcraft. Like this microcrafting would be really stupid, but again, like the idea with the casings is at some point you would have an alternate recipe that would not be as stupid to make the thing that you
oh
want to
yeah,
make. so that you don't have to go through the whole microcrafting every
I
time.
just this is like tangentially related. I don't know. This kind of your idea kind of reminded me of there is a mod for Half-Life 2. I don't know why I thought that
Mm.
it's called Too Many Crates. It's such a dumb mod. There's like you just placed in a map with a lot of crates. Destroy 1,000 of them. Um,
Oh
there are
my
different
goodness.
type of crates. There are like crates that explode, so you can approach them carefully, and there are crates that like float,
Oh,
which you can use to like build bridges to other parts of the map where you can blow up more crates and stuff. Um,
that's
which is funny because the mod is named Too Many Crates, and I'm just now realizing it's kind of a modded Minecraft reference. Well, no, probably it was probably not um, intentional,
probably
not
not a reference,
intentional. Yeah,
but
but it's kind of
yeah, it's a modded Minecraft
it's
akin to the
again, yeah.
modded Minecraft name.
You should have named your pack like Too Many Crates. No, too many casings.
Too many
Many
casings.
casing.
I mean, I like the idea of casing hell because I mean, I used it to describe things, but
No,
um,
casing case.
too many casings.
Yeah, both of them are good. So what's your media inspiration for for casing hell? Coming back to the QTD question.
Oh yeah, the that's what I was saying in terms of casing hell. It was my media inspiration is just other mod packs, modded Minecraft in general. At least again 1.12 era
Well,
mod packs where they had all that
no.
type
I
sometimes.
guess you can, uh, just make a point that every mod pack is sort of inspired by every other mod pack in existence because
Well,
they're all
theoretically, I think that's probably true,
about
but
mods.
maybe not theoretically. I think that's probably true,
Yeah.
but I think theoretically you could also make a mod pack in a vacuum if you were just given mods
I guess.
and how to do the stuff. But I feel like there's a lot of mutual inspiration that goes on in general in the
Imagine
community.
like, someone kidnaps you, pulls you in a basement, gives you mods, and says, make me a mod pack in 24 hours.
Yeah, but you also have in order for it to be truly in like a vacuum, you'd also have to
Yeah,
not have any
not
experience with
play,
any of
not
those
play
mods at all
Minecraft,
or
yeah.
any other modded Minecraft.
Yeah. But it's like, it's more, I
Um,
was, it's like, I was just describing more a general situation. Like, what if I was like in a basement and they asked me to, make a mod pack in 24 hours? What would I make?
in 24
Yeah,
hours?
or
Oh,
they
no,
kill
you'd
you.
be fucked. Sorry, no.
What can I make?
I would probably be fucked too.
What if they give me just M creator mods? That would suck.
You can I mean, you can put the mods together and just be like, oh, well, this is the mod pack.
Yeah, but what if
Yeah.
they then like give it to the professional critics of MPD, and then if they shit on my mod pack, I die. They kill me.
At that point, they just set you up for failure. They filled it with M creator mods and didn't do anything
Okay,
else.
what if they gave me like one non-M creator mod? How many non?
What non M creator mod would it be?
I know GregTech. What if they give me GregTech Modern? Get GregTech Modern and a bunch of slop, M creator slop,
GregTech Modern, a bunch of
and
slop, and
CubeJS,
then
and CubeJS,
presumably, I
and
guess this
CubeJS.
hype, yeah, CubeJS and a bunch of other pack development
Yeah, utils.
things. In 24 hours, I don't know if you'd be able
Okay,
to get very much. Because
see,
GregTech is just so big as far as I know it, right?
that's a fun hypothetical because there are a lot of like parameters which go into that, and you sort of there's it's sort of very hard to find the point at which they wouldn't kill you for your modpack being shit. How much time do you need? How much non-M creator mods do you need? All that stuff.
I mean, also like Omega Cube says, GregTech Modern might as well be a freestanding mod pack in terms of like, I mean, for instance, I played Terra Firma Greg a little bit because some people were playing it in another server, and like there was a lot of content because you have both Terra Firma Craft and GregTech, but as far as I knew it, there wasn't too much customized stuff. I probably have no, but like that's of course there's the idea that I find that kitchen sinks in general can be enjoyable experiences even if they're not perfect. or even if they're not really well integrated, just because of the basis of the mods, enjoyable for me at least. But for something like Crytek or Terraformacraft, where their mods are just so big, they have a lot of content in themselves and as much. I mean, of course, there's progression in other mods, but they don't need as much modification to their progression. Have something essential, I guess. I don't know though.
The kidnapper was quad.
Oh my god.
What would you have to put in the pack?
I found
It's a
something
lot
that Quantum said interesting, and I mean, I don't mean to be like, oh, it's Quantum, and Quantum said something. As someone who I disagree with the opinions of oftentimes, but I don't think is necessarily they were saying, like, I put mods in my pack so that I can play the mod, and I was like, why would you put a mod in your pack if you're not going to modify the experience? And Quanpax was like, I don't know, why would you put a mod in the pack if you are going to modify these? Yeah, I don't know. I mean, like, for me, I like to make my own experience. Like, when I make a mod pack, I try to make an experience made out of the mods that I'm given. Like, I use them like, I mix and match and do stuff with them. But Quantum's take was that, they can be left to their own and still make an interesting experience. But I don't know. I think it's just a different way that we approach pack development.
I just thought that, if the kidnappers give me cube trace, I just can make a bunch of custom content with cube trace.
That's
yeah.
true.
I don't want to end the episode on that. I think we should end the episode on a more, positive note than someone kidnapping me and forcing me to make a pack.
Well, that's a positive note, right? You're making a mod pack, Somebody could kidnap you and force you to do worse things.
Okay, great. Frog, have you seen the Minecraft movie?
I have not.
Okay. Well, next episode we are gonna watch the Minecraft movie together, right, Frog? And
I
we're
don't know if
gonna
I'll watch the
and we're
one.
gonna put all of it on YouTube, full on, uncensored.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm pretty sure that's not legal.
It's transformative because we are going to be in the corner of the screen for the whole time, just like occasionally like making sounds.
Well, I mean, sorry, sorry, I got distracted. I got an email.
That's fine.
I guess sometimes if you're in one corner, then it might not be legal. But if I'm in the other corner, then Warner Brothers probably won't. They don't have too much of a leg.
Well,
to stand,
they're like
right?
our bros,
Two
right? They're
corners.
like our bros. They are making our movie though.
Yeah, and Jack Black.
And Jack Black
Jack Black can vouch
he's
for us.
Yeah, he's our guy. So yeah, thank you for watching. As you probably noticed, there was no guest this episode.
Yeah. We probably should have said the no guest thing like earlier.
There was a plan.
I mean, we did. At least I did.
There was a plan to replace the guest with another rubric, but it failed, so we forgot. Anyway, maybe we'll realize in another episode where there is no guest. Hopefully not though. Yeah. Hopefully we'll come back on the guest grind. We have a couple of people in the, I don't want to say the backlog, but just in the Discord.
Invited. Yeah.
So hopefully we'll line up the schedules better next time. And thanks for watching. Again, join our Discord server. Go subscribe to. Can you subscribe to podcasts on Spotify? I don't know. Go listen to this podcast on Spotify again. Maybe there's some exclusive content. How do you know? You haven't listened to it. Maybe there are, exclusive content that we make.
I think this episode in particular, you probably want to watch on YouTube whenever it gets out, because there's going to be tons of screenshots.
No, it's like a completely different experience on Spotify. Maybe, you like suffering, so go try that by listening.
Yeah, me talking about stuff that you can't see.
Subscribe to our channel. This one that you're hopefully watching this on YouTube. If you're listening to this on Spotify, go to YouTube and subscribe there. Subscribe to our highlights channel, which will 100% exist by the time we'll upload this. We have no plans, by the way, on that, but I'm just future proofing. Maybe there's like a highlights channel that someone creates, and that would be nice. Then
people have to care about us first.
Yeah, but there are like 4 viewers that watch us recurrently, which is better than none.
4 more people than we deserve.
Yeah.
Maybe 5 more people.
Like Yeah, like 6 more people.
Need to have like
Yeah, something like. And yeah, do we have any more socials? I don't think we have any more socials. Go read the Modern Modpack's blog. Go join the Minecraft Pack Development Discord to watch what Frog is up to. And join the Modern Modpack's Discord shitpost occasionally. Yeah. Thanks to all of you for listening. Thanks Omega Cubed for listening live here. You know, if you join the Discord server as your YouTube listener, you can also be like Omega Cubed. Listen to us record this live.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I guess that's about it. Frog, do you have any more words you want to say to the YouTube viewers before we end off the episode?
No, I usually just
Alright
say
then.
bye. I don't give a shit about the socials. Fuck the socials.
I thought
No, just kidding.
I thought you want to say like I don't give a shit about our listeners. That would be bad.
Oh, I care about
That
our
would have been
listeners.
bad. We wouldn't be cancelled. Our show would have
Oh my.
been gone by tomorrow. Hopefully, thankfully you didn't say that.
Well,
Anyway, thanks for listening again, and goodbye.
goodbye.